Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. Today we're going to be doing another Sigma palette and one of their newer ones, and this one is called Jules, and this is what it looks like. We're also going to be using Sigma brushes, which I love. Not like my Refer, but I still love them the same. But this palette here, I would say, is the most unique out of the 4 palettes released. Was there 4 or 3? I think there's 4. Yeah, out of the 4. Yeah, out of the 4. So I'm kind of liking this palette, to be honest, but let's go ahead and get started. I like the way it's set up because, like, you can use this row as a look, this row as a look, or this row as a look, or you can mix and match, like this one, and this one, or this one, and this one, even. Like, it just really depends on what you're going for, to be honest. But we're going to play with this row. Of course we are, because that's what I like. So the first shade we're going to go to is Rose Quartz, which is this one here in the top. We're going to start with it. But yeah, I've really been, I mean, I like Sigma's formula anyway. I do find that it is easy to use for a beginner. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I usually prefer their larger palettes, the longer ones. For the most part, I would say the new mod is probably my favorite. Like, I just adore that palette. But the previous palette I worked with, the Electric Pink, I did like it also. But again, pinks, purples, I'm drawn to them. So I can see why I would like that one. But this one here kind of got me intrigued. Just because of all the things you can do with it. I think you can create multiple different looks using this palette. And you can go in all kinds of directions, I think. And I kind of like that with a palette because it gives you versatility for, because not everybody has a large collection, like you may only use 1 or 2 palettes or something. And I think if that's the case, you want to get as much as you can out of those palettes. And I think this would be a good one because you can go for a neutral look, which is fine. You can go for a purpley look. You can go for a more bronze type of look, or a gold, or a green, because there's a green in here, a pretty green. Now, I just don't do greens, if I can help it, that is. But that's just my personal preference, I just do not think I look good in them personally. But that's neither here nor there. That doesn't mean it's not a good palette, just because I don't like it. But yeah, this palette, though, I do adore. I think it's nice. And the color just blends like a dream. And this is a E35. Okay, now that I got that shade laid down, we'll go back over it, I'm sure, because that's what I do. We're going to go into the shade Garnet. I don't get this. It's more of a purple color. And I could have swore Garnet was more red. I could be wrong. But we're going to darken up this outer corner here with this shade. But I do like the way they have this palette set up. Because as a beginner, you may not know which way to really go. But this palette kind of leads you in the correct direction in a sense. You don't have to go that direction, but it does lead you, and I like that. It gives you at least a sense of where to go. Because sometimes, when it comes to colorful palettes, I don't even know what to start with. And then what happens is I get too in it almost that I end up going overboard with the color. I get with the colors. Like, I just put too many colors. But I know that about myself now, so I try to be like, okay, we're only going to use 2 or 3, and we're going to stop there. Now, sometimes I don't listen to myself. I'll admit that. And I still go ham. But I do try now to at least somewhat stick with that because I know better. Whoops, dropping everything. we're going to go into that garnet shade and we're going to take it on the lower lash line. This is a right. I think it says E20. The brush I was using was a E25. I wish they'd make these numbers bigger for people that can't see like myself. My eyes are aging. I'm wondering how good my memory is too, because like numbers fade off, brushes, you know, the names and stuff. And B, I can't see. So even if it was there, it's hard to see them. And I don't think my memory is as good as I think it is. Well, actually, I know my memory's not good. The older I get, I'm like, the more forgetful I get. I'm like, did that happen? I sit there and I look at my kids. I'm like, did that really happen? I don't remember that. And like, sometimes I don't believe them because I think they're tricking me. But usually my oldest son won't trick me, so I can ask him and he'll tell me if it happened or not. So that's a good thing for me. Okay, now we're going to go into the shade Mystic right here. This purple jewel tone color. And we're going to put it on the lid. And I'm just going to pat it on. I didn't get any fallout out of this when I put it on the other lid, so hoping for the same. Although I did go in very easily. But this is a pretty purple color. I don't know. Like the previous palette, the electric pink. I apologize if you can hear that car. The electric pink palette is awesome because that's like a color story that I relate to. But this one is awesome because it gets me out of my comfort zone and what I'm usually doing. Now, I didn't really step out that much today, but that's because I want to show you the palette and I want to do a halfway decent job at it, you know. If I start messing with color stories that I don't know much about, it won't turn out good, and then I don't want it to be the, you know, thinking that it's the palette's fault when really it's just mine because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. And then we're going to go back into that garnet shade to just blend. But yeah, I really do like the way this look came out. And like I said, you got a lot of different options in what you want to do. And the first shade, where's Garnet? Okay, then we're going to take the color Smoky Quartz. This one right here, it's like a dark brownish color. And we're going to put it on the lash line. The lower and upper lash line. I use the Benefit roller eyeliner in Awake for my waterline, or Brighten Up or something, whatever it's called. My Tarte Fake Awake ran out, so I'm going to use up some of these other ones that I have that are kind of similar to that before I repurchase that. But so far I really do like the Tarte one. I mean, this one's not bad, but I just really like the Tarte one for whatever the reason. Okay, I'm going to go back into Garnet and run it under the lower lash line. the smoky quartz on the top lash line. And again, it's just like a dark brown. And of course I'm using my Rephr brush. My favorite brush of all time. Just absolutely adore this itty bitty brush. I think I am going to cut that Sigma brush though, to see if I cut it, if it is like this one then, because I think it would be. Again, I'm not 100%, but I really feel like it would be. And I'm just like smudging that around a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. And then for inner corner, we're going to go into the shade Coral right here. The smoky quartz, I think it is darker than the garnet color, even though that purple looks really dark. I do think that brown's going to be your darkest shade in the palette. So I do like that it does go from light to dark. This would be your lightest. So I'm glad this isn't all in one palette for me too. Okay. I don't know, I just really do like this palette. And I love the way the shimmers are laying on my lid. Like, it's not really bringing that much attention to like wrinkles and stuff too, I've noticed, which is nice. But as you can see, it brightens the inner corner. It goes to the depth that I need it to go. I feel comfortable wearing it. I'm going to use the Gucci mascara for my top lashes. I couldn't help myself. I was going to do the Lash Clash, but I just love my Gucci. And I really want to use this up so I can break into my new one. But I'm actually glad I got the sample because it makes the other one, I don't want to buy it as soon. And I really do hope that as long as you don't open the mascaras, like they stay good. Because I have a ton of them unopened samples and stuff. But there's just something about this mascara I like. It does something to my lashes that I just can't put my finger on. Or at least I feel like it does. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But I do feel like it does something. And it's got this ball in the end that like separates them nicely. I just really like this mascara. If I can't say it enough. And then I love this one. The Lancome Def and Seals for the bottom lashes. And I love it even more now that I bent it. Like, it really just goes in and does the job. I kind of wish I would have bent it a long time ago. Had I known, had I known. Okay. Man, my bottom lashes are really getting long. I wish my top ones would. No, 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 no. Alright. I don't think I made any mistakes. So we are good there. Okay. I'm going to put one more coat, I think, on my top lashes. I can't help myself. Like, it just does something to them to make them look so much better. Ow. Until you poke yourself in the eyeball. And then you no longer like it. But yeah, so this is the final look using the Jewel palette from Sigma, and I must say it's really easy to use, to be honest with you. I have no issues with it. I think the color story is really cute. I think there's a lot of versatility to it. I think that beginner, or if you're a professional, obviously you're not going to have any issues. Price point's not bad. I mean, all in all, I think this might be my second favorite. I'm not for sure. I'm trying to do the palettes in the order that I like them, but I don't know. I could be wrong. At the end, I'll let you know which one's my favorite. But with the look that I got, just using this row, well, I use this one, and this one. So I used a little over half of the colors, but I just think you can create a lot. I really do. Especially if you got a really good imagination. I do not. So, I'm pretty basic, as you can see. So, this is the final look. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if it helped, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that. We're notified when I upload every day but Sunday. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.